Hi, good morning, and welcome to another edition of our post-cabinet press briefing. I would like to welcome you all viewing online and also those who are here from the Ministry of Education and Youth, as well as our support team from the Jamaica Information Service, the Public Broadcasting Corporation, and also the Office of the Prime Minister. This morning, we have a special morning. We have Minister the Honorable Favour Williams, who is the Minister of Education and Youth, and she'll be giving us various updates, particularly about the primary exit profile, as well as other developments in the Ministry of Education. I now turn over to Minister Williams.
Thank you so much, Minister Morgan. Let me acknowledge you, Minister Morgan. Thank you so much for the invitation to be here this morning. Let me acknowledge as well those who are online, Permanent Secretary Mrs. Maureen Dwyer acting, and the team. We have in person here this morning Dr. Kassan Troop, our Chief Education Officer acting, and other members of the team from the Ministry of Education and Youth. And to say as well, a very pleasant good morning to our media friends here and online. So this morning, I am pleased to report that yesterday I laid in Parliament the amendment to repeal Section 24 of the Child Care and Protection Act, which gives the court the power to make a correctional order for children brought before it by a parent or guardian who feels the child is uncontrollable. As soon as the law is passed, it will stop using the term uncontrollable and instead use the term behavioral issues, and make provision for the orders that may be made by the court in respect of such a child to include a residential therapeutic order or a non-residential therapeutic order having regard to the results of a social inquiry report and a psychological or psychiatric report in respect of the child ordered by the court, and provide that a children's court before which any child is brought under Part 1 of the Act, other than a child alleged to have committed an offense, may order that the child be placed under the care of a children's officer for a specified period not exceeding 3 years, instead of a probation and aftercare officer as currently obtains under the Act. I'm happy to report that once it is passed in Parliament, and we expect that in short order when Parliament resumes next week, the repeal of Section 24(2) will also enable Jamaica to become compliant with its obligations under notable international treaties on child justice and child rights, and establish a fairer and more equitable means of treating with cases involving children exhibiting behavioral challenges. However, beyond simply being compliant, by repealing Section 24 of the Child Care and Protection Act, Jamaica signals its continued commitment for promoting the best interests of the child. The debate on the repeal of Section 24 will open next Tuesday when Parliament convenes. So this morning, again, we want to continue to offer our congratulations to all 35,618 children in grade 6 who did the primary exit profile exam and are anticipating transition to high school. For the first time since the PEP exam started in 2019, we have been able to compare results on a like-for-like basis because in 2023, the recent exam, our PEP students sat all components of the grade 6 test, as did the cohort in 2019. It is worth repeating the results because it shows improvements. These are the children who were in grade 2 in 2019. They spent most of their school life so far in the virtual world. 2020, 2021, and a part of 2022. They understand mixed modality and can easily pivot between the two. These are the children of resilience, and so we congratulate them wholeheartedly. Again, when we look at the results for math, science, social studies, and language arts, comparing 2019 to 2023, for maths, it was 21% of the children in the proficient or highly proficient category, compared with 57% in 2023. For science, it was 49% in 2019, compared with 64% in 2023. And for social studies, which as you know includes subjects like history, geography, economics, civics, that was 63% in 2019 and 67% in 2023 of students who are in the proficient or highly proficient category. And language arts, 55% in 2019 compared with 60% in 2023 of children who are in the proficient or highly proficient category. We also know that 85.8% of the cohort of PEP students got into a school that was among their 7 choices. I know there's been questions about the PATH students, and we looked at how PATH students compare in terms of getting into schools of their choice. And we can report that among PATH students, the percentage was a little higher. 89.4% of students on PATH got one of their 7 choices. We will continue to use the PEP results to bring targeted support to those students who need it. We have excellent information that we will utilize to improve the results even more than what we're showing in 2023. I move on to the significant work that we've been doing on the infrastructure front. Coming out of the pandemic, we're seriously targeting the infrastructure of our schools to bring them up to higher standards. Our first target, while obviously we continue to do the day-to-day maintenance work, is to take all 38 schools that are on shift to take them off of shift. These are schools that, as an administration, we inherited on coming into office. As of June 2023, 5 of the 38 high schools have been operating off shift. We need to follow through with the gazetting of those schools to make them officially off shift, and this will be done. Additionally, Black River High School will be off shift come September of 2023. Bridgeport High School, we broke ground for the construction for additional classrooms, and they will be off shift come September of 2024. There will be groundbreaking for Homewood Technical High School next month in July. Well, tomorrow is the end of June, so anytime after tomorrow. And that will be followed by Exchange High School in St. Anne, Cedric Titus, and Albertown High in Trelawney in terms of the work that will be following. And we'll publish a list of high schools and update it from time to time so Jamaicans can keep abreast with what we're doing. And finally, I want to turn to technology. Technology and infrastructure are big pillars of transformation in the Orlando Patterson Education Transformation Report. So I'm delighted to report as well that 173 high schools, which represent all of our high schools, they have received 9,298 high-quality laptops to replace their aged computers in their technology labs. That's an average of about 54 laptops per school. Obviously, that's an average. Bigger schools will get more, smaller schools get less. Each of our high schools, wherever they are in Jamaica, must give our students opportunities to continue their learning about technology, and they must get the experience with technology. Additionally, Our schools must prepare our students for e-testing for the exams that CXC will deliver, and I believe by 2025, yes, they will be transitioning to e-testing. You know already that we started some time ago to have all our teachers outfitted with laptops as well. To date, 16,053 e-vouchers have been issued to teachers to allow them to go to one of the approved vendors to redeem the e-voucher for a laptop. We will continue our work to get our schools connected with access to the internet as well. And by the end of this fiscal year, we're expecting a little over 600 schools, representing about 2/3 of our schools, to have broadband connectivity. And the work will continue to ensure there's equity of technology in all of our schools, thus allowing us to significantly reduce, if not eliminate, the digital divide. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. Minister, you mentioned Section 24. What does that mean for Jamaica?
It means that children who are brought before the court by their parent or guardian, traditionally the parent or guardian may feel that they don't have control over the child, and they want the courts to give some direction. And normally, under the current law, when parent or guardian brings the child into court, many times that child would be sent to an adult correctional center. And so we have children in our adult lockups, which as a nation, we cannot just continue to have. If we, just as a nation, even without the fact that we are signatory to international conventions. And so this repeal of Section 24, again, the amended bill was laid in Parliament. We'll move into the debate phase and move it from the lower house to the upper house. But once it is passed, this will allow the courts the option, right, to send the child to residential or non-residential therapeutic center. So that, absolutely. Come next week, Prime Minister will be opening brand new, state-of-the-art, never been done in Jamaica before, non-residential therapeutic center.
Where is that?
At Maxfield Park, on the property of Maxfield Park Children's Home.
Okay.
Right, and then we also have a residential therapeutic center in St. Anne that's ready, waiting, staff in place.
Is that the newly renovated
Yes.
one in Windsor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Minister Williams, for a wonderful presentation on the education system. Is there any further comment you'd like to make on the PEP results? I understand that there was improvements.
Yes, I went through those. I can go again.
I would love for you to reiterate it.
I'll do that anytime. So when we look at the curriculum-based test, which includes maths, science, social studies, and language arts, we compared the results in 2023 versus those of 2019, because it's the first time we're able to compare on a like-for-like basis. So maths in 2019, we saw 41% of our students in the proficient or highly proficient category. That compares with 57% in 2023. And in science, 49% in the proficient or highly proficient category in 2019 versus 64% in 2023. Social studies, again, social studies include subjects like history, geography, economics, civics, 63% in 2019 in the proficient or highly proficient category versus 67% in 2023, and in language arts, 55% in 2019 in the proficient or highly proficient category versus 60% in 2023. And we will continue to build on those results, given the very good information we have coming out of the primary exit profile about each child and where each child is in his or her development.
Thank you very much, Minister. And I suspect that we are at an end of our post-cabinet press briefing. I want to thank you for attending, and also members of your ministry for this important update on the education system. Until next week, we will be here again exactly at 8 a.m. for another post-cabinet press briefing. Thank you very much.